Okay, so I'm going to go back now and I'm going to make another pad, and let's go ahead and duplicate this cell and call this, I'm going to do it wrong to begin with. So I'm going to go back in components, I'm going to drop down metal1, metal2, control I, 0, 0, 250, 250. And of course, everybody knows I got to also put overglass or I'm not going to get the problem right, because then I won't be able to put my bonding wire down to the metal. So I say OK. Do a 3D view just to make sure that I've got all the metals there, and sure enough, they're there. And I look, and what was that command to zoom in? Yeah, scroll with the mouse. There we go. And I see, okay, it looks like metal 3 is connected to metal 2. And what's this little connection here called? Via 2. And this one's called via 1. And I think life is good. I put down a metal 1. So the question, so the question was, does the via automatically go between metal 1 and metal 2? And in this program, it automatically puts between, because wherever you have a via 1, there has to be metal 1 and metal 2. So it's smart enough to say, yes, there is that. However, we put them on top of each other, but we did not connect them. So let's see what happens when I DRC. Are there any questions? I did not connect the two metal 2s because there is a contact there, metal 2 to metal 3, and there is one metal 1 to metal 2, but there is no metal 2 to metal 2 connection. So I'm going to hit F5, and it says DRC error, so I go here, and let me tile those so I can see. Spacing between metal 2, but wait, it's the same piece of metal. How can there be a spacing error? Well, there's a spacing error because I didn't connect them. So let's hit Control Z a few times. Then I'm going to go back over here. There's my, if you can see it, there's my, let's zoom in and take a look. There's my metal 1, metal 2 contact. So let's do a Control I. And then I'm not going to center it yet, 250 by 250, but I'm going to make it the right size. And let's move it away. It fit. Now if I do a DRC, one error, let's see what that is. Network, metal pin has schematic, oh, that's a box. I can get rid of that if I want. Okay, this is just a box because it's a schematic layer and a layout. Okay, so now how do I get this over and make it connect and not have a DRC error? Yeah, I do a left and then a right click and I can pull it over. Come on. There we go. What's that? Yeah, it might be. That might be what's confusing it. So notice that layer's what? Metal 2. So that's just for sake of looking. There I see, oh yeah, you know this 3D viewer is a good learning tool because I can see my layout in my third dimension. Oh yeah, and the price is right. Okay, what's the right price? Free, right? Okay, so, well, sometimes that's not true, but anyway, it can be free and then you find out it ends up costing you a lot of money in the long run. So what do I do now? I can feel pain and try to move it over and oh yeah, that looks good. But why don't I do a Control I instead? Oh, it's off by 1.5, hit 0. And then hit. And then 3D or F5. One error, and let's get rid of that error. We don't need that box anymore. F5. Actually, I bet you there's a layer we can put in here that, what's that? I don't know what that is. Yeah, you can look at it. I don't know. So let's do an F5 now. Presumably, no errors. If I go back now, pad frame, whoops, wrong pad. Let's see, I probably need to change all of them. And I just changed the one. You can see that's what it looked like without the little outline around it. Is it good? Yes.
Would you use the actual component of that? So I started with that and then.
Where is the component pad frame? Here. Transistor thick. Pad frame node. I don't know. What does it do? Probably just. I don't know. I'd have to read the manual. So I'll tell you what. You can cheat if you want and see the pad frame and the dimensions in that email I sent out earlier today about what the spacing is and all that. So right now the idea is to learn. It's not to try to. We'll trick you enough in the quizzes. So. But it's to learn what's going on and not have any questions. Are there any questions on any of this? I believe so. I think you can go when you hit F6 and you can do an offset or an overlap. And if you use negative, center line, all these, it sets up how much you can space them apart. Yeah, you could use that if you had just the pad without the outline. Let me see, what else? I like to go down and zoom in old-fashioned way and just make sure, zoom in right in at the corner, turn the grid on. Oh yeah, everything's lined up to grid. Alright, any other questions? Should we save this library? Do a DRC on that? Probably should put in the overglass. We can do a Control Z. There we go. Let's show what that is. Save. All right. Any other electric questions? Let's find out. So let's see. This we can go down into Control D. Let's put something crazy on there. Let's put, well, you know what? Let's not put something crazy. Let's put a overglass layer. Passivation node, drop it in there, Control I, zero it out, and let's make it 200. I don't know what this exact size should be, so you need to figure that out. I say that because I want you guys to tell me. I don't want to tell you because I'm not putting any thought into the actual size here. If I'm going to actually do this, I need to think about it. That looks pretty close. Do the 3D viewer. Oops. And there you can see that gray on top is the overglass, and then there's the layers. And then obviously this pad that I put that on is the metal1, metal2 pad. Let's make it so, oops, let's cycle through that. Do a Control C, go back into our other pad, Control V, fit, turn off the grid, Control G. B. Oh, that's nice. All right. One more time. Any questions? So let's save this, or I'll go ahead and save that.